Yep.
Hello, and welcome to Eberron. Nope. That's the other show.
That has to stay in. It has to.
This is the night. It's going to be so good tonight.
It's the cold open. Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play set in the Eberron campaign world. This week's episode is brought to you by the new beverage from House Galanda, Ocean Dew. It's the crunchiest. Eric, what happened last time?
It's the crunchy.
No, thank you.
Listen, I let the listeners create these. I let our show sponsors here create these things. What can I do?
It's just an ad that brings up more questions than answers.
But you got to try it now. You got to try it to find out.
I just need to look at it. Yeah, last time Shade woke up from a dream / nightmare, and then just systematically started waking everybody up in the house until we were in the Feywild.
Yep.
But yeah, we got the gang together and then got permission from Thora to take a sabbatical to go to Thelanis. Ari misunderstood math for most of the episode and misquoted Thora as to how long it should actually take, or misquoted Arlo as to how long it should actually take. Then got Arlo to pick a story to send us to that should get us a cross-section with somebody that can point us towards the city or from Shade's dream is kind of maybe sort of what's going to happen. Light on details, this episode was. Light on details with the planning. But we got sent to Thelanis via a ritual, and the only way to get back is to complete the story that we're being sent into. That is Mother Dryad. And the only things that we know about it, there is a archfey who is a mother, who there was a corrupted dryad as a father, and a cursed daughter who is a half dryad. We ended up in some woods. Ari made sure that their spells still, or their marks still work, and then we heard a scream in the forest.
Indeed. So, the woods you are in are twilit and dense in all directions. The trees are of a very dark green and there's a slight purplishness to the air. Lights flicker in the air all around you in every direction like iridescent fireflies. The ground at your feet is clearly a path marked out with white stones going through a dense forest. The wind carries a slight scent, however, of rotten plant matter. And all across the ground you see, and wrapping around many of the plants, you see glowing, slightly pulsing blue veins that seem to all flow in a single direction. And it is in that direction that you have just heard a loud scream.
I think I said it at the end of our last recording that Ari's going to take off towards the screen.
Yeah, going there.
Yep.
Philip,
Also,
as someone who is used to feeling life and death around them, what does it feel like here?
Ooh, that is a fascinating question.
Right down the middle.
I feel like that was a little bit of Arlo coming out there. Fascinating question. Get the pipe.
especially because you were examining the blue veiny material closely in the last episode. You have the sense of something vampiric, something feeding off, or parasitic, I guess is probably a more generalist term. Feeding off of the life force of everything around it. Everything here is very alive, it seems, from what you can sense. It's all very real. It's almost like it's overwhelmingly so, though. Everything is starker and more clear-cut than in our world. The colors are more vibrantly colored there. The trees are the color that they should be, as opposed to the color that trees are. And your friends are running off in a direction.
Slow down. This is very wrong.
Screaming.
People need
Still
help.
just running.
Running
Need help with Faye if they're in trouble.
Running down the path, you burst into a clearing. You see, running towards you, a woman with gray-brown skin and pale, liquid blue, pupilless eyes. Her hair is fiery red, like the most vibrant autumn leaves you've ever seen, and she seems to be clad in ivy, wrapping all around her in a close-fitting garment. Behind her bounds an enormous wolf with, in various places, these bluish vines seem to have burst out of its skin and be writhing around and out of its mouth. And as she runs towards you, 4 smaller of the same kind of wolves burst out of the undergrowth to either side and cut her off from you. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Good.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be better.
17 for Pog.
Also 17.
14 for Shade.
11 for Ari.
All right, so the pack of 4 wolves that have cut you off from the woman are up first in the initiative. So one of them lunges straight towards the woman, snapping at her. She very narrowly manages to dodge out of the way. The other 3, hearing you approach, round on you, and each of them comes running at the 3 of you who have run towards danger most quickly. So first up is against Ari, a 17.
Yeah. I'm a spellcaster.
Okay, you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Welcome to the Feywild.
The next one, and you, as it bites into you, you feel these bluish vines sort of wrap around your arm slightly as it pulls away and sort of lash at you as it draws back. Shade, a 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And you also take 9 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And Hog.
So you get like a 5 or something.
Only an 11 to hit you.
Sure, he's the one that needs to not get hit. That's important.
Esri, you come running up after your friends and see them
Isn't it
being
important
attacked
not
by
to finish the story?
wolves who have vines writhing out of their skin and mouths.
Cool.
This sucks.
Are you saying
While
it's
the
my
first
turn?
one jumps
It
at me,
is,
I
in
want to
fact, your
just
turn.
yell.
I just got
Sorry,
here.
I thought Pog would go first.
No, with you.
Philip.
All
Would
right.
you say that these creatures appear to be poisoned?
No.
Okay.
Something is certainly
Additionally-
corrupting them, but they don't appear to be sickly as if poisoned.
Do you think they are the target of a... What is this? I'll just find out. I don't suppose I'll just go ahead and cast Dispel Magic on the big one.
Okay. I tell you what, make me a wisdom roll.
Straight Wisdom?
Yeah, that's your spellcasting modifier, right? Wisdom. Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Am I in
What is
fact
that?
casting the spell?
Yes. What is your what does the spell magic look like when Esri casts it? I don't know that I've seen Esri cast this.
I think he did it once before. Well, no, I guess he did Lesser Restoration, but it's a similar thing. The spores sort of rush out and just sort of absorb magic away and sort of pop out of existence as they withdraw the magic essence.
So you see your the spore cloud rushes past to the biggest of the wolves, and it seems to sort of cling to the vines that are lashing out from under the wolf's skin, and the glow and pulsing of them seems to lessen as the spores cling to it, and the wolf thrashes violently, but seems something about it seems more subdued. The vines don't go away. The wolf does not suddenly pause and become docile, but there has been some effect to that.
Okay. And then I will bonus action. Wait, I always forget. Every time I forget. Someday I'll remember. Am I allowed to do a cantrip now as a bonus
Yes.
action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will cast Beyonce Lee and enhance the stick.
Paul, you're up.
Okay. The one that attacked me, did it lunge past, or is it like right
It's
next?
right next to you. It's snapped at you.
Okay, then I'm swinging at them first. Be a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, only 9 damage.
All right.
And yeah, we're just gonna hit it again.
I love that in the screen it pops up as Fury's Edge every time you use it.
Hits again.
16 to hit. For the second attack?
Yes, that hit.
Okay. And another 12.
Nice. All right, you slash, and some of the vines are sheared off as the wolf darts back a little bit. It is then Shade's turn.
I would like to hit it with my staff
All right,
for 9.
9 misses.
9.
Bet it does. Bet it does. I would like to go ahead and hit it again, or attempt to hit it again. For 16.
That hits.
Hey.
And 5 damage. For my bonus action, I would like to go ahead and shift.
Ooh, awesome.
Yes.
So something weird happens when you
Yeah,
shift.
there are vines coming out of some wolves.
No, that's already happened. That was something weird happened. Something weird now happens.
I see.
What is Shade's, what is it what is
Deal.
it in Shade's
What's her
head when she shifts? Like, is this something that she concentrates to bring out? Is it something she's holding back and she lets go? Like, what is happening in Shade's mind?
What's the deal with Shade?
Like most of Shade's other powers, it's a letting go of that emotion, that just giving over into that emotion, missing while being where she wants to be, trying to help someone. She is very mad. She's just giving into that emotion, and that's when she shifts into her more fox-like form.
That's her secret, Pog. She's always angry.
You feel it, but it's stronger than it ever has been. There's this surge, and it almost hurts slightly. And the rest of you see Shade change, but it's much more significant than usual. Her jaw genuinely elongates into a fox-like muzzle. Her eyes change. The color of her hair shifts to a much more vibrant fox orange with the white patches across the face. And you see her hands change and her nails grow into the canine-like claws, or vulpine-like claws, I suppose. When she shifts, it's very stark. It's not just she becomes a little more animalistic. She looks like a fox.
Awesome.
Ari takes out his journal. Be nice to you.
Hey, Shade. Say hi.
Hi.
Apparently the fox says hi.
What would
Oh my god. Oh.
what would
It's timely.
I'm unsubscribing from our channel.
yeah, and Cal, whose stat block I fixed on your character sheet so that he now includes all the bonuses he's supposed to.
He is going to bite.
Similar question. Does Cal look the same?
Cal looks the same, yes. It is one. I suppose it is one thing to note that when you do look at Cal's colors just fit here. There's nothing strange about Cal's appearance here.
Cal did good. He did not roll a 20, but he did roll a 17. And then with all of his bonuses, which is
More than enough.
25. Yeah.
25.
Oh my Lanta.
Training for Cal.
Whoa.
He should be a teacher.
Yeah. Where's Cal's classroom? I need to sign up for that one.
And he bit for 11
Nice.
damage.
Boy, Cal is doing his thing here in the Feywild.
I know.
Welcome home, big guy. Good luck talking him into coming back with us.
And it is then Ari's turn.
Okay, so we all kind of ran out in a line, and then these three wolves ran up to us and attacked us. So I'd like to put the central point of shatter right behind the line of wolves that are in front of the three of us. And just cast
Con saves
that.
for them, right?
Indeed.
In Feywild, panther animal companion Shade.
Yeah. What is the DC of your check? Of your spell?
15.
2 save, 2 fail.
Okay, so 2 are going to take half damage. Wow. 3
What?
on 3d8. Got 3.
You rolled trip ones.
Oh,
Trip ones.
man.
Oh.
Wow.
Re-roll that.
Intense.
That's stupid.
Brutal.
Unacceptable.
Oh,
Unacceptable.
14.
There we go.
there we go. Good heavens.
The wolf that is attacking Pog is blown aside and disappears into the bushes. The other three are obviously hurt, but still up.
And then, Ari's mark acts up in an unusual way it hasn't before because meta magic. And
Activated by spirit fingers.
He's suddenly a mind flayer?
they are gold.
My Ari sense is tingling.
And so, Primal Savagery, which is a melee spell attack on the one right in front of Ari, as his mark kind of lashes out and swipes at this wolf.
Sweet.
It's 11, so never. It looks.
11
neat,
does in
but-
fact miss.
So yeah.
Okay. The bigger wolf.
Ruh-roh.
The bigger wolf is writhing as the vines are subdued in it, so I'm not going to let it do its big area attack, which are activated by the vines. But it
Nice.
still can bite, and it's going to bite at the woman. All right, so the large wolf, thrashing as the spores war with its vines, lunges forward and catches the woman by the ankle and just pulls her feet out from under her, and she falls onto the ground as the wolf stands over her. Back around to... Oh, actually, it is her turn. And she... is going to... So she turns, and in desperation, you see the leaves that cover her suddenly grow hard and stiff like bark, and expand across her arms, protecting her like armor. All right,
Nice.
back around to the wolves. The first wolf is attacking the dryad. All right, Ari, a 13, I think misses you.
Yes, thanks to mage armor.
Huzzah!
Ari's got a little bubble.
Then Shade. Ooh. Wolves are taken aback by this attack from behind and are not prepared to continue. Shade, a 9, misses you. Pog, 14.
From what?
The wolf that's in front.
Didn't two of them
Oh,
get...
That
right,
wolf's not
that
there
wolf's
anymore.
not there anymore, so I don't need to roll for that wolf. It's gone.
Ain't nobody hit Pog right now.
The passive aggressiveness of the who question, Colin.
Who is attacking Pog? I am in pure
could you possibly
offense
be
right
talking
now.
Who dares attack?
Pure offense mode.
Kolos
please.
Well, fine. Esri, it's your turn.
Hi there. I'm going to speak telepathically to the big wolf and ask, any chance of, you need help? Do you need help? We don't really want to hurt you.
Interesting. You... Winter wolves speak a language called Winter Wolf, which is the base stat block for this creature. It's adjusted.
So you just hear in your head,
They speak
As
other
long as it
languages.
speaks a language, we can talk.
Yeah, yeah. You
or understands one language.
Yeah. You hear in your mind, the forest. The forest. She has the forest in her grasp. You have to stop her.
Okay.
Gulp.
And to the back, there's almost a background sound of just anguished crying in a different voice.
Ooh. Spooky.
Scary.
So I'm gonna take that as a no, essentially. Yeah. I will try to mercy bop this thing. I'm able to approach it, I assume.
Yeah, you can move
That's
around.
absolutely
So
the
we're in a
name.
clearing. You can move around to the big wolf.
That's absolutely the name of the Christian Kids Pop album, Mercy Pop.
Mercy Pop. They're performing at the Spirit Awards this year.
Is a 12 gonna hit?
12 is not.
Okay. That's fine. I guess that's fine.
Hog, you're up.
In front of him is Shade and Ari, still very much under attack, with Ezri making a move. So, bonus action, we're going to pop into Rage.
Ooh.
And whichever one you say is next to me, we're going to swing at their wolf.
Okay. You tell me.
Okay, then it's Shade next to me.
All right.
And I swing for a 16. I am done fixing your fights first, Ari.
She turned into a werefox.
Every time I fix your fights, I am
Ari's
abandoned.
just over
Nope,
here
it's
trying
Shade.
his
I'm
best.
attacking Shade's wolf. It's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Thank you. And it's 15 damage.
So yeah, you lunge forward with Fury's Edge and bring it down just right on the back of this vine entangled wolf, and it just crumples.
Cool.
Well,
Shade, you look awesome. And then I'm going to spin around with the second attack. One-handed, because I'm fist bumping Shade. And I'm going to one-handed swing at Ari's wolf. It's a 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Oh, I can't believe I can do this much cool stuff at one time. This is Pog's moment for the trailer. Oh, and it tilted over. Just 8 damage.
All right. More of the vines shear away from the wolf in front of Ari. Shade, there is no longer a wolf in front of you, though there is a wolf still standing over the woman who's on the ground now.
I 100% go after that wolf. I run at it with my staff.
Okay,
For 9. I would like to push that.
go for it.
push.
Yeah, we won't need
That's
those
the
hit points.
mechanic. I was over here after I flubbed my primal savagery roll going, isn't there a mechanic where we can reroll?
Oh,
For 12.
12 still does not hit.
Oof.
I bet.
Like,
I
I was
would like to hit it again.
So over here
You
looking at
mean
the description of
you'd
our
like to hit it
Mark's
once?
feats and stuff? Like, there's something in here.
22.
Yes, very much so.
Nailed it.
And I do 6 damage. Man, that's just painful. Why am I hitting it with a staff? And because I've hit it, I'm gonna do favored foe.
You've lost your opposable thumb, so it's much more difficult.
That is fair.
That is not the case. Just before that somehow becomes canon, that is not the case.
Thank you. I did favored foe, and I got to add a 1d6, and I did roll a 6.
Nice. All right, and Cal.
Is going to run at sorry, words and navigating D&D Beyond apparently don't happen. Would you say that this second wolf is 20 feet away?
Of course I would.
Awesome. So Cal is going to move forward and bite attack. No, claw attack. 15.
Hits.
Awesome. And because... Alright, so with the claw attack, he does 11 slashing damage, and because he moved 20 feet away, 20 feet towards it, and did a claw attack, he gets to also do his bite attack
Awesome.
as a bonus
Nice.
action. Because Cal is the best,
Right?
True.
and
story.
I don't do him justice in my rolls. He attacked for 10.
I have a question about that. Does the pounce knock things over?
It does. Yes. Well, I'm sorry. Must succeed on a strength saving roll.
Okay. What is the DC of that?
12.
Okay. All right. Well, it does succeed. Okay. But Cal does actually benefit from your favored foe, so you can roll the extra d6 from the hit that you did.
Sweet. I rolled another 6.
Huzzah.
Which is precisely the right amount.
Well,
So yes, you run in, bash the wolf with your staff, and then Cal, in a flying leap, just takes the wolf off of the woman on the ground and bears it to the ground, and it does not move. All right, Ari is the only person with a wolf, with a regular wolf in front. There's still the very large wolf in front of Ezra.
And it's my turn.
It is,
Right?
in fact.
Okay. Real quick, during the opposable thumbs bit, I almost said she still has them, but they're on her feet now, and now I have a House Vatalist creation of some, like, quadruped where they replace the hind legs with, like, ape legs, and so there's just opposable thumbs on the back feet only, and
Why?
that's weird, and visually just assaulting.
What
So
part-
It was in my
You just
head.
had to
so
share
I
it
had
part
to-
of
And then you
the
wanted
way-
to share it.
what
like,
part of
as
the way
the
did it make
spores,
you
I had to
feel
unleash them.
made you think you wanted to share them with us and that we should suffer through it? This is terrible.
Okay, I am going to. So this one's right in front of me and growling at me.
See, it's a
And
terrible
he's
idea.
got, Ari tells him to sit. Hey. Okay. Ari is going to do Primal Savagery again since it's in melee range. Or I could force it to do No, we'll do that. So going to do an attack roll. 25.
Oh,
One of my monitors flickered, so everyone's going to get a great view of me going.
I was wondering why you were dodging bullets.
I
and bullet
thought
time
my
over there.
thought my computer just shut down, but I'm sorry. 18.
25. Hits.
Oh yes,
So
25
18,
hits.
you said?
Yes.
I'll finish that sentence for you.
Sorry, I lost what you were doing. You're doing Primal Savagery again. There we go. 25 definitely
12
hits.
damage.
12 damage. Thank you.
So Ari's mark runs down his arm as he slashes a hand as his mark forms into claws off of his fingers and slashes at the wolf.
Awesome. This wolf is grievously injured. Okay. The big wolf is going to round on Esri, who has tried.
At the beginning of its turn, can I please have a DC 14 con save from it?
You may.
Okay.
It rounds on you and will snap at you. for 13.
Hits.
You take 11 piercing damage. As the wolf
Wolf
bites,
look out.
the vines writhe around but do not lash at you the way they have others.
Some great Foley work from the dogs.
For real. They're gonna get a Webby.
Let me know when we're going to be in a snowy environment. I'll bring some cornflakes to step on as we're.
With the wolf cleared away, the woman scampers back along the ground and picks herself up once she is a safe distance from the large corrupted wolf. And then the last remaining wolf attacks Ari. For 12, and therefore misses.
Wahahaha.
Ezra, you're up.
Ari deftly dodges the daring attack.
What am I gonna do?
Okay.
I don't like my options. I'll swing at it again, I suppose. No, let's do. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
Ooh.
On it. Natural 20.
Nice.
So I get to double those dice. Ooh, it's
Ezra's
good
just
roll.
got poor circulation. His hands are always cold.
It's gonna be 20 necrotic damage to it.
Gross.
All right, 20 necrotic. So the spores that are on it seem to cling to the vines and sap energy out of it.
And it seems like I can cast then. Well, I could cast a cantrip, not a bonus action spell.
Correct, a bonus action. Bonus
A bonus
action.
action
Well,
cantrip.
What was
Okay.
Wait, chill
spell
touch
or
is a cantrip, right? So
It
you
is.
could cast a spell.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you can cast one of each. In a turn.
Then who is anyone looking more hurt than me?
I've taken 9 damage. I think
Okay.
Shay's
Samesies.
the same.
So no. All right, I'm gonna cast Healing Word up on myself. Four.
Okay,
That is my turn.
Hog, you're up.
I'm swinging on this little wolf that won't quit in front of Ari,
All right,
and swinging for 18.
definitely hits.
So then we will do 12 damage,
That finishes the wolf.
and then I will
Again, slam into the wolf, fling it aside.
off into the bushes in this clearing.
Mm-hmm.
And can I get to Big Wolf on my turn?
Absolutely.
Then I do so, and I swing on it for a 15.
A 15 does hit.
Oh, what a for 5. I just get his attention. Hey, look at me!
It does. It rounds and turns. Shade, you're up.
I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. You may do so.
And then she just says, "Stop!"
Can't. She's in the whole forest.
She?
No!
Okay. Where is the bad she?
It's in the heart tree. And then its voice is just sort of overwhelmed by a different voice weeping uncontrollably in what sounds
Ooh.
like just despair.
Oh. Can you hear me?
There's no response.
Yeah. Okay.
Does Cal do anything, or do you have a bonus action you want to take?
I do not have a bonus action I want to take. I think hearing a wolf struggle and then despaired crying in the background just gives her a little pause. No, Cal's not gonna do anything this round.
All right, then it is Ari's turn.
Okay. Ari, having heard none of this, is just going to assume that the wolf is Abaddon and try to take out the wolf. So, Ari's mark has been weird, so he just pulls his gun out and aims at this this wolf that's Pog has now gone up to attack. And that is going to be a 12. I will push. Now that I remember that that's a thing. 25.
Definitely hits.
8 damage. Sorry, just pulls his gun out. Or his arcane blaster. Blast magical energy goes flying.
Don't you get multiple blasts by this level?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I do. So,
It's a separate attack, yeah.
Yeah. $24.
Hits again.
Nice.
Nice.
14
Wow.
damage.
Oof.
Yeah. So, 2 bolts of arcane energy smash into the wolf, and it reels back with a pained yelp.
Oh, I feel bad.
On its turn, it is going to round still on. It's good noise. It's good noise for it.
His timing is just
It really
impeccable.
is.
Get that guy a contract. There's
You ever considered voice
there's a pet
acting?
food commercial out there.
We're losing him to critical roll, that's for sure.
Okay, it still rounds at Esri and lunges at Esri.
This is so good. this is so good.
21 against Esri.
Oh, that actually does not hit. You rounded around to,
It's too high.
to the
His
other
AC
side of
is
the
a
bell
range.
curve.
It's come all the way back around to being too low now.
Rolled real well on the damage. All right, so the wolf just turns, pushing back the others, and lunges on Esri. Its big jaws come slamming down on your arm.
Philip,
Colin.
as this happens, can we maybe do something here?
I suppose.
So, seems like as good a time as any for this. This is the first time I've had any narrative control over this, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to happen, but I can tell you what it looks like, because the wolf has turned its attention from facing Pog, and as it prepares to bite down on Esri, Pog lets out a guttural yell of no, as he is wont to do, and with that, a spectral spirit flees from his body, flying over to Esri, and Spirit Shield will have been cast here for the first time as one of my protectors leaves. So you're going to reduce that damage by 2d6.
So Ezra is like trying to block this other blow, and he goes, ah!
Roll 2d6 for me.
Perfectly average 7.
Okay. So the damage is reduced to 9. So what we see
Ooh.
is the
And what manner of damage is it? I'm sorry.
piercing. So what we see is the wolf rounds its jaws start to close on Esri's arm, and I think probably everyone sees in this moment this ghostly cloaked figure leap from Pog and wrap its cloak around Esri, and there's this slight scintillating shape or shimmering light as the jaws smash through the shield, but it is substantially slowed and reduced.
Quick, a ghost is trying to kill Esri. Get it.
Also, the first time Pog has been able to see this thing happen.
Yes. Esri, you're probably
Very
the only one not
cool.
especially surprised. As you
Kill it.
have seen
I
this
felt
figure
I felt
before.
surprised, not at
Yeah,
the
well,
appearance.
You have seen this figure before. It has never interacted with anyone other than Pog. Okay. And it is now Esri's turn.
Okay. Guess we'll cast Chill Touch again.
Okay.
Sorry. Mm. Yeah. 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
I'm gonna run away.
Yeah, there's a ghost happening.
Yeah. I want to be not where I am.
Everyone remember that next time Eric reveals one of Ari's new abilities in narrative.
I'm waiting
Okay.
for my turn for Ari to react in character.
You're moving away from the wolf?
Yeah.
All right, it's going to take its reaction and try and bite.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
Yep. It's fine. I mean,
13
overkill.
piercing
It's
damage.
unnecessary. Oh my gosh.
Oof.
We're sure it still had a reaction, right? Like it hadn't done.
I'm
anything.
certain.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
It's
yeah.
not supposed
It-
to be.
Snaps at you as you retreat. And it's Pog's turn.
We're attacking this thing. We're
Yeah.
hitting it. Hopefully, we're hitting it. Ugh. 13.
13 just hits this creature.
Okay. For 11 damage.
Okay.
And we're just focusing energy back the way the blade came and hitting again. 25
Yep.
for 10 damage.
All right. It is badly, badly maimed at this point. Shade, you're up. It's
I grab my
narratively
sword
cruel.
and I know. I grab my sword and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't seem to be in control. And so she stabs it.
Little poke. No, she doesn't.
She does not. Apparently, I can only roll 5s tonight. With her second action, she attempts to stab it again. She's really upset about this.
She just like takes off an ear.
Can't bring yourself.
No.
There it is.
And hits for 21.
21 definitely hits. And your
For a
favorite
damage
foe.
of 4. Plus 4. 8.
Hey.
That does it. So yeah, shade just behind the head, and the creature just drops.
And Shade's the killing blow. Oh, no.
It's a mercy kill.
And there are no more apparent threats.
Pog, are you okay?
Pog's gonna look around,
There is
drop out of rage.
Okay. As you look around, there is a ghostly figure standing nearby. And as you let go of the rage, it just evaporates into nothing.
Okay. I'm glad you did that. Colin didn't know that was going to happen, so frustrated and also intrigued right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really
Esri-
good.
Shade?
Shade is she's sitting by. She is just sort of fallen to her knees in place next to the wolf. And I don't know how to describe this as kindly as possible, removes her blade from the wolf, makes almost almost like it's a ritual, just trying to respect the monster that
see-
did not have malice.
As you are kneeling next to it, you see the vines that were writhing around out of it withdraw from back in and then out of it and disappear into the ground again.
Oof.
And this happens with all of the dead wolves.
I'm going to walk over to Shade while she's being serious. Did he not want to be bad?
He did not seem to be able to. He did not. There was those blue things are twisting them.
He said she is in control of the forest.
She's in the heart tree. I don't. He did not indicate a direction, but
Are
there was crying in behind his thoughts.
Ari's going over to the woman that
Yeah.
was being attacked by the wolves.
The woman.
Yeah, that seems
Before
logical.
Shade stands, Pog's going to just tell Shade, we'll let him keep his teeth.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. What happened?
The forest is gone mad. It's dying. Something is taking it and killing it. Something has invaded the heart tree.
The heart tree.
Yes.
Do you know where that is?
Yes, of course.
Who are you?
My name is Arale.
Hi, Arle. I'm Ari.
Bog.
So, what do you know? What has infected the heart tree, or how long this has been going on?
Some sort of sickness for many days now has corrupted the heart tree. Soon we could not hear her voice, and then it began to infect the other plants nearby, and soon even the creatures and other dryads. The chief dryad of the heart tree was taken, and the trees around have become vicious, and now it is even touching the animals of the wood.
I see. Do you have can you make it home okay?
I cannot go home. My tree has been taken by this corruption.
Do you live in the heart tree?
A tree nearby.
can you take us to the heart tree or point us in the right direction?
If you follow the trail of vines, it will lead you there.
Okay.
All of it stems from the heart tree.
Do you have somewhere else safe that you can go?
Nowhere will be safe soon.
I see. All right. Well, we intend to go closer to the heart tree. I'm not going to ask you to accompany us into danger that you were running from. So, if you think you can find a safe place, then you should get there.
To enter the heart tree, you will need the staff of the dryad who tends her.
And who is that?
He will not willingly give it to you anymore. He was taken by the corruption.
Okay. Do you know where he is?
He will be in the temple of the heart tree.
How many other dryads were taken by the corruption?
I don't know. Every tree has a dryad, and so any corrupted trees will have dryads that might have been corrupted.
Oh.
Do you know, and you might not, but do you know of any way to combat the corruption? Anything that might cause it to subside?
I don't know what's causing it.
And thank you. I know you were just in a stressful situation. Me asking you all these questions probably isn't the best, but we're just trying to help as best we can. Was there anything that changed? You said it's been many days since the corruption took hold. Was there anything notable that happened just before the corruption began? Anything? Any newcomers? Any new arrivals to the woods?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you, Erle. Is there anything that we can do for you before we go to seek out the Chief Dryad?
Just end the corruption and save the heart tree.
That's the plan. We'll do our best. Thank you for all your information. You've been extremely helpful.
And she turns and runs further down the path.
Yeah, I'm fine. Ari, thanks for asking. And Ezri holds up his staff and sort of like starts drawing in spores
You're the only person that can heal amongst
from
us.
around them, and they start like swirling about him more obviously.
Shade also. Sorry. You physician, heal thyself.
Can we please divert from our usual tactic of just running face first?
No.
No, not when someone's
somebody's screaming. Jinx.
I finished first.
It's
not
by
on my-
far the worst place you've ever dragged me to.
I
So clearly,
did not think it would be like this.
yeah, I think this is part of the story. I think that the corrupted daughter, or the cursed daughter with the corrupted dryad father and the archfey mom, is probably the entity, the she that has taken the forest. So either eliminating the daughter or finding a way to lift the curse, which I think is more in line with like a fairy tale. So I think those are our two options, and I think we should explore the curing of the curse thing primarily. But I think that's kind of the point of the story that we're in, is the corruption has taken hold, and now we need to find the source, fix the source. The forest will heal itself, I think, is where we're at. Shade. Also,
You are just the worst kind of person to have in a story, going about trying to predict the ending.
yes,
I
best.
completely forgot you were here.
You begged me to come with tears in your eyes, of course I can.
I didn't even talk to you.
Precisely what happened. Shade, you turned more into, you shifted more?
Yeah, you got super foxy.
It kind of hurt.
It did? Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot more movement than usual. This, it didn't come with like a pain-free part. It's kind of cool though.
It does look cool. It just was surprising. Also, speaking of surprising, did your soul escape your body, Pog? Or
I don't know. I think I shot a ghost. I'm not sure.
It's the same masquerade fellow. Fellow? Was it a male figure?
All we know is hooded. Well, all you know
Fellow
is hooded.
that's been hugging you in a fight for a while.
Huh.
We never really talked about it. We were going to, and then we didn't.
So, Puzzle Dust.
Yes.
You know this place and these stories and things like that.
Oh yes, this is a very bad one.
Bad.
He's very aware. He's very sure of where we are right now.
Oh.
Huh.
Yes,
Oh.
we should not have come into this story. It's very, very dangerous. We're in a dark part of the Feywild, and he's almost certainly aware of us.
Who picked this story?
Arlo?
That foolish
picked
change
the book
you brought
this-
into
Story? Book?
What? Okay, so when you say bad, you mean dark. Like it's a dark story?
the. But yes, it's
okay.
literally dark.
Well, no, tonally, you goob.
Yes, that's the tone. Have you not understood the Feywild? You are in a story.
I
This is
know.
the tone.
Some stories are darker than others. I've read some stories that aren't that dark. So, ugh. Now,
What
granted,
did you
House
just do?
Galanda gets its
Have
hands
you
on some stories and like sanitizes them for younger
observed
audiences, but
The vine sprouting wolves, and somehow thought you were in a cheerful story?
Puzzle Dust.
This is a
He
story
does
about
kinda have a
abandonment
point, though.
and loss, and the prince is very aware of it.
Okay, so it's about abandonment and loss. Thank you.
Ari,
Were you
those
not
are
listening
those
when
are-
Arlo read the story that was literally in the intro?
Listen,
How do you
we're in the story.
fix abandonment and loss?
I don't know.
Find things and bring them back.
Okay, so we know
The person I work for fixes it by stealing them.
or exacting retribution on. Never mind. So,
Well, that was
Nope.
your doing.
well, 6 of 1. Corrupted Dryad Father passed the curse on to the daughter. So it's something with the father that is the source of the corruption. That's what we know. And mom was an archfey. I don't think we're going to be able to extrapolate. Puzzle Dust, could you just tell us the story? You seem to know the story.
Not now,
Why not now?
because we're in the story.
Is there something compelling
Seems-
you to not share the story, or are you just
Listen.
choosing to not share the story?
I'm not a character in this story.
How is
But
that
you are,
relevant?
but you are now.
No, I'm not. I'm in. This is very uncomfortable for me.
But you know the story.
Yes,
What's the ending of the story?
I can't explain it.
Why not?
Because it's not my story.
So what? I tell stories that aren't mine all the time.
You're not story embodied.
Ari, I think this is the kind of confusing that we're just gonna have to go ahead and accept.
Fine.
I think we just head that way.
Can you tell me how your story ends?
I will die.
Yeah, I mean...
How?
uh,
Tell me what happens.
Oh no,
Probably
that's
alone.
specifics
That-
about the endings. Rude.
Not my story, Pog, not you. Cal,
Thank you,
know.
but you're dead.
It's okay.
I was talking about my story, Pog. You're obviously not going to end up alone. Anyway, yes, I agree with Shade.
I mean, not
Cal,
obviously.
I know. I agree with Shade. I think we need to head that direction. More of the story will reveal itself as we progress. So, to the heart tree.
How are you feeling, Ezri?
I feel like you all are getting a great insight into what I feel like anytime you present me with a plan.
Oh, so then you're ready to go. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, cool. Didn't know you were so gung-ho and positive.
Thanks for hopping on board with us.
You think we sound like puzzle dust?
Yes.
Our accents are distinctly different.
Very soft under breath. Yes.
Okay.
So, do you... What... Ezri, what do you propose then? And don't say not come to the Feywild, because that's not helpful.
We distinctly need to not finish this story, right? Because if we finish the story, we leave.
Yes.
We have things to do here.
Yeah, there will be some character in the story that will be able to lead us towards... what's the name of the city that... Did Arlo give you a name of the city that you're looking for, Shade?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Shaytirius
Tolai.
Tirius.
Yeah. So we'll encounter somebody.
Somehow
that
I
will
got
point
close
us
on that
in
one.
that direction.
I guess I listened to it yesterday.
Now, granted, we did not ask that woman if she knew anything about it, and she might have been the character, but...
Is she gone?
She has run off down the path and has disappeared.
Cool.
I
He's
can
gonna pee
ask
in this house.
animals when we...
Okay.
If we come across any others.
So we need to get in a position where we can finish the story, but we need to, also accomplish our other objective at the same time.
Also, we are not leaving this forest infected to protect ourselves.
I mean, literally we're not, because we can't go home until we fix it. So
We need to finish the story once we've done what we came here to do,
yeah,
not
exactly.
before.
Oh, this
Okay.
place won't take you to Shaytirius Tolai. This is not that story either.
But Arlo
Wait.
indicated that we would be able to find somebody.
Yes, but you'll have to go into an entirely different story to get there.
Ah, thank you, Puzzle Dust. How do we do that?
Hear a different story.
From here, how do we do that?
You'll have to find someone who can tell you a different story. It'll take you there.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we need to ask people to tell us stories. Okay. So I don't want to go around murdering dryads with great abandon. And I think that the chief dryad would probably be a good source of a nice story. So I think step one is identify the source of the corruption. Anybody have any ideas on how to do that?
Kill it.
Does the blue
Big
veiny
shit.
stuff seem to lead in a direction?
Yes.
Yeah. We follow these blue horde vines.
Is it the same direction as the heart tree?
Yes, the dryad told you that was the direction
Yeah.
that
Okay.
they all
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
This just seems like a lot of conversation for the same conclusion that we already had come to.
Yes, but
Now we all know the
we have
conclusion
more of
together.
an idea of what we need to do. Because without the little tip from Puzzle Dust, I feel like we would have been flailing about, looking for somebody that knows something that doesn't.
But the guy who knows the big story that we need with the stick,
Assuming.
don't we go there first so we can go to the heart tree? Because otherwise, we're just going to where everything is bad and hoping we get to leave.
But that guy is corrupted by the heart tree. So if we go to try and interact with him now...
The Dryad also called the place where he is the Temple of the Heart Tree, which you might presume to be in the same place as the Heart Tree itself.
That is what I would presume.
Kill people. So if we encounter dryads that are corrupted and come after us, don't kill.
I don't think we're gonna have
Don't kill.
much of an option.
But we can just walk and talk, right?
I mean-
we can just have this conversation
Yes, we can.
while
we can walk
we're
and talk.
heading. Okay.
Sure. Well,
Shade is walking.
we always have an option. You can do things non-lethally.
Well, that's not really what I do, though. I'll try, but
You could
it's-
swing your axe,
potions,
just hit him
I
with
haven't
the
made them
blunt
yet.
side.
Do you know how much harder that is to swing?
Do you know how much more alive people will be when you're done with them?
If I'm
They'll all
alive,
just be alive again when the story starts again.
see? So they're only dead for our story. So then
But if
the big
but
wolf
if we
isn't
finish the
dead
story,
forever?
we leave. We can't reset the story or we go home.
Right, well, we just have to not
Right.
cure the heart tree. That is the only thing.
We are going to help any Fae we come across. That is important.
Okay.
But when we leave, everybody comes back to life because the story restarts.
But if we kill them, they can't tell us another story to take us there so we can learn more about
They're not
Shade
going to
Street.
tell us any stories while they're infected.
I'm aware of that. Which is why I was saying we need to figure out a way to cure the corruption before we finish the story.
But that will just
So that
send
we
us
can
home.
Talk to people. We finish the story is what sent us home.
I'm sorry, that's not the finish of the story.
I don't know. This guy won't tell me the end of the story.
I
Point
can't
out.
tell you the end of the story.
Can you tell me what's not the end of the story?
Of course I can tell you what's not the end of the story. I can list all sorts of things that are not the end of the story. The story does not end with you dining on pheasant.
Write that down.
Everything except the ending is not the
We
ending.
can eat
of the
pheasant.
story.
Noted.
We're walking now, right? We are.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
we're
Yes.
walking and talking. Yes.
Following the Dryad's
I
directions,
know, buddy.
deeper into the forest, you notice the trees affected by this sickness have lost their leaves, leaving their skeleton-like branches reaching toward the sky. And through the empty canopy, you see a giant tree with the shape and face of a woman in its purplish brown bark. Within its sturdy roots sits an ancient stone temple, and the blue vines in the ground run toward the massive tree and curl around its roots up its trunk. Its trunk is covered with large areas of oozing blight, and it's upon its bark and running all up into its branches.
I think I found it.
And that's where we'll pick up next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can find links to our Discord and all of our various social media in the description down below. You'll also find a link to Colin's Twitch, where he is Sorry BTR and streams on Tuesdays and whenever restaurant life will allow him to. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. Khyber Shards Answers, where we do a Q&A, usually with some of the cast, are every Friday. You can put questions for Khyber Shards Answers down in the comments, or you can post them over on our Discord. In the meantime, this has been Khyber Shards. Thanks for rolling with us.